What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to cover up how to create a database and how to insert data in the database using PHP. So if you are new in this channel, please click the subscribe button, turn on notification bell, and also stick around for new coming content. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, make sure you download and install this local server. In this case, I'm going to use PHP. PHP is most used backend server or local server. Let's open it up. Yes, after opening the XAMPP, we are going to learn only two system. The one is going to be Apache. Just simply hit start button. Also, we have this MySQL. Also learn it. After successfully learning, you're gonna see they have some ports. If you can't see some ports here, it means that the server not running properly. As you can see now, I get correct ports, and here the color turns to green. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to start admins. Let's see, open both of them. Just to remind you, the one is going to be database, another one is going to be actual interface. So yes, my interface has been customized to this nice looking page. You're not gonna see the same as me. So what you are going to notice is that I changed the name to C Wonder. You're gonna see something like XAMPP or something else. Also, we are going to see actual database. To take a bit longer because this is learning a lot of system and my laptop is not the faster. So anyways, what I'm going to explain here is that I changed everything because you're not gonna see your files in desktop as I did. When I open this further, you're gonna see them in this htdocs. So what you're going to do now, you are not going to find in the same exact location as me. What you're going to do, you are going to go to local disk. On local disk, you're gonna see something like XAMPP, and then when you open it, it will look like this, and then you're going to find htdocs. Open htdocs. So here are some my project. Please, if you find this folder, don't touch it, don't delete any file here. So now what you're going to do, you're going to create a folder, and then name it to whatever you want to call your project. It's going to be Tief, just like this. Also open the text editor. Like in this case, my best text editor is Sublime Text. This is what I'm going to use. So you can use others like Visual Studio and so on. So drag your folder and drop it in the text editor. You're gonna see it like this. So now what you're going to do, we are going to create SQL file that is going to contain our um, entities. Entities are those ones we are going to need to be able to store our data in the database. So entities are those type of, like, which type describes which type of data is going to be inserted in tables. So if you are not familiar with the databases, I have a lot of upcoming courses about databases. So be sure to subscribe, also stick around to explore more. So in this case, you're going to create a file called let's call as the name of the database, Tief DB. Again, you can call it whatever you want. Don't have to match my my text here. Also, the extension is going to be SQL. Okay, to be more specific, we are going first to create a database. Let's see if our PHP is learning. As you can see, we got some errors. Let's refresh the page and see. Maybe it is going to go away. Basically, what we need first to create the database that is going to be able to store data we insert in this system. This is taking longer than I expected. Maybe there are some errors. See. Oh wow, eventually worked. Okay, so now we are going to create a new database. Remember the name of the database because we are going to need it in the further in the video. Oh god. Alright, now here is where you're going to type your name, the name of your database. Let's see, should be in small letters, and then hit create. Now they are processing the request. Now database has been created. So what you're going to see, you can see here, it is now created. Now click on it and you can come here and create some type of tables and some columns, but you're not going to do it like this. You're going to use SQL. So now you can go ahead and click on SQL at the top. Now it's gonna take a bit longer. Well, now we can go ahead and type the list of code here, but this is not interactive as this one. We are going to write our code in this because it had some colors. You can notice where you made some errors. That's when color comes in and useful. So let's save, call it as the name of the database, and also add the extension sql.sql. Now what you're going to do, to write in the capital letter word create, and then table, then the name of table. Our table is going to be let's say tb info like this, and add these brackets. In the brackets you're going to write our entities. The first one is going to be id is going to increment how many rows we inserted, how many like data has been submitted. Is going to be in integer, and also is going to be auto increment, because every single data must be counted in the field. So increment, now is going to be primary key. It's going to be primary key, remember, comma. After we are going to add first name, which is the type of data you're going to get. It's going to be variety or var characters, varchar, and then maximum character is going to be 255. Remember to add comma. Also you're going to add a var, we're going to add other names, underscore name. It's going to be varchar. Also maximum is going to be 255. The next is going to be gender. Gender is going to be varchar. This one is going to have only 10 characters. Let's see, 10 characters, comma. The last one is going to be email. That is also going to be var characters. The maximum is 55. Now that's it. That's all we need. You're going to copy it. You can save it and close it. You're not gonna need it in this text editor anymore. Now you're going to paste it here, as you can see now. So what you're going to do, gonna click in this bottom button, says go. Now this loading. If you get errors, it will be displayed here and in red color. Now we successfully created the table. We didn't got any error, instead we got success message. So now we are going to check if our table was created. As now you can see is already created. Now if I navigate the table, it's going to take a bit. Sorry guys, it's my laptop. Now as you can see, we got an ID, first name, other name, gender, and also email. So now we are done with the database. So now what we are going to do now, we're going to go back to our text editor. What you're going to do here, we've already started something that is really exciting. So we're going to create a file which is going to help us to connect our backend to actual database. This is the connection that is going to act as like a wire from our backend to database. So let's start. So now we are going to name it as con, just to be able to remember as its connection. Let's say .php. Remember the extension. Now what you're going to write is our PHP. Now to start PHP, you just have to add a question mark and then PHP. And also to end our PHP, it's going to be a question mark and bracket. So now what you're going to do, you're going to start a sign dollar and then say server name, which is going to be equal to local host remember ending parentheses. So now we're going to say user, it's also going to be a variable, user name is going to be equal to root in the double quotes, root. So the password is going to be equal to empty. Remember to close. Now DB or database name, remember the name of the database we created earlier, so the name is Tief DB. Now we are going to write Tief DB. Now we are done with creating variables that is going to connect our system to the database. So now we're going to connect to do some projects that is going to connect us to the database. Now let's say con is equal to new MySQL then bracket. So what you're going to do, you're going to select all of our variables and then we're going to paste them here separated by commas. So the server name, comma, username, comma, password, comma. The rest one is not gonna be not gonna have comma because it is the last one. So I think so far it is so good. Now what you're going to do, you're going to add semicolon and we are going to do our logic. If our system connected. Hello function connect underscore if we get an error while connecting to our database, we are going to use die, and then we are going to print some message. Connection failed. Space member appoint con connection error. So now what we are going to do now, so remember, don't leave a space here. Now we are going to run it and to see if our database was connected properly. So as you can see now, you see this C wonder. What you're going to do, you're going to check where our folder is. As you can see, let's come here. This is here where we are going to test everything. Let's type Tief as the name of the folder. Now as you can see, we don't really found the the index, so that's why we found it. We see this kind of page. Let's click to our connection to see if it is running correctly. We didn't get any message, which means that the system was connected. Let me change something here. Let's, for example, change the name of the database to an incorrect one. Let's refresh. As you can see, we got error that's saying that this is an unknown database. So what we did, now we verified that our connection was running properly. So what we are going to do, we are going to create the interface. Interface is going to be more fun and easy. Let's use index.php. We're going to add some code that is going to ask us to enter our informations. So in this case, it is not normal HTML, it is HTML within PHP. Don't get confused if you are not familiar with it. PHP can learn HTML as well. So now we're going to run HTML as usual. Let's say HTML. No, we don't need PHP at all. HTML is all we need. Let's reduce some code to minimize the risk of looking like very messy. From page, it is going to be from page. Now let's say form. Now our form is going to contain some input fields which is going to ask to enter our information. The first input is going to be text. Of course, the name should be in the text, and also we are going to have name. Remember, the name is going to be the same as these entities here, or entity, whatever I call it. Now let's say first underscore name. Remember to name it as we saw earlier. In this case, to make it easier, we're going to copy this and paste it. Let's see how many entities we have here. The first, second, fourth. We have 4 integers. Now we have 2 entities, sorry. Okay, that's it. That's all we need. What you're going to do now, going to copy 3 of them because the one is already filled out. So gonna come here and select these. This is why I like, guys, this is why I like Sublime Text. We can't find any option like this. Well, this is not gonna be input because it is going to be our select. In select, we are going to have a name called the gender. No. Yeah, gender. In the gender, you're going to have to select 2 options. Options are going to be 2. To duplicate it. The first is going to be male. The second one is going to be female. Okay, now we are all set. What you're going to add is we are going to add the button. This button is going to be input as well. The type is going to be submit. Also, the name is going to be submit. We're also going to have value. So far, let's run our file. Now, as you can see, we got the first name, the second name or other names, also the gender, and also got where to enter email and submit button. Here, what you're going to do, going to add some you see there's empty field, you can't know what you should enter. Let's say we are going to add placeholder, which starts with enter your, this is going to be your email, enter your email. This is going to be into your last name to make it user friendly. User should be confident what he should enter in, and this is going to be the first name. So now we are done. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, as you can see, now is now more user friendly kind of stuff. So of course it's not look so like it looks terrible, but what we are focusing on backend. So in this case I'm going to explain what's next. Here you can see the form is containing everything. You see, is containing all data that is going to be entered. So what you're going to do now here, you're going to use method called post, and also we are going to add action. The action is the activity or how backend is going to handle this data. We're going to create another the last but not least file, which is going to gather all information entered here and connect itself on this. Also, this is going to give that file to the database so that the information collected from here will be able to insert into the database. So don't worry, we will explain later when we finish creating this file. So this file is going to be our backend. Let's simply call it back PHP. So now remember what I said earlier, the backend, what is going to do is going to take information from, like, let's call this is front end, right? This is front end. Information we are going to enter here are going to be picked through this action by the backend. Add it here, back.php. The code we are going to write here is going to take the information from the front end, also submit it through this connection into the database. Hope now you understand. Create PHP as usual, PHP, and also remember to close, include we are going to include the connection, which is going to give the backend access to the database. Now our connection is going to be con.php, exactly the file name. Now add some logic that is going to take information from the front end. So if is set, then our variable is going to be post. Again, the next video I'm going to explain the post. The post is actually the technical term or word used to tell the information entered should be in the database. We have a lot of things. Also have get, we have a fetch or get. This one is going to save information to the database. So now let's add. So this action is going to be taken when this submit button, clicked. Let's copy this and we're here, gonna paste it here, and you're going to add a variable called SQL, which is going to be equal to insert into, and then our database name. Do you remember our database name? If you don't remember it, you can find it here. Database name. This what says we are going to put our information into the database simply. Now, which information then? The information you're going to put there are these ones. The first name, other name, gender, and email. Those are actual information that we need. Let's see how many information we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 informations. What you're going to do now to simply, this is the 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, comma, 4. As you can see, I'm going to make it easier, as our text editor really allows us to be able to simplify our work. Now we are going to take the information values. Now we are not yet done, but we are close. So now we are going to tell every individual values that is going to be posted into the database. So now how we are going to do it, we're going to do as the same. Third and fourth. So now we are going to do it a little bit different. How we are going to do it, you're going to add sign dollar underscore, going to be post and this we are going to paste our data. Now it should be look like this. Now almost done. We're going to add some statements that is going to tell us if we inserted the data into the database correctly. So it's going to be if MySQL underscore query So now we are going to call our connection and our SQL. Now if this is true, the action that is going to be taken is to tell us that the data was inserted correctly. Echo data was, okay, let's say data submitted successfully. Please welcome. Else, when this is going to tell if data was not inserted, else echo oops, just like this. Now we are done. Let's insert some data. As you can see, now our database is empty. Let's say John agreed is a boy. Also email is john@gmail.com. Now let's hit submit and let's see. Guys, we got some errors. Saying that our table doesn't exist. This is coming from our backend, so let's go and check what is going on there. Which line? The line 7. See line 7. SQL. Let's see what exactly error says. Tief. I don't think we write this. Okay, so sorry guys, I was wrong. There's no table named Tief. This is the name of the database. So what you have to write there should be this table info. Let's see, tb info, just like this. Let's refresh the page. Now as you can see, data submitted successfully. Please welcome. Let's refresh our database. This takes a while, and boom, there you have it. The first data to be inserted was inserted is John, a girl, and also his email. This is his email. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe, turn on notification bell, also stick around. They're going to be much more about backend and software system in general. So if you want to become a software developer, stick around, share this video, like, and leave a comment. If you need help, remember to leave a comment. Bye.